Months after revealing nepotism concerns within Bexar County's internship program, an analysis by the KSAT 12 defenders found interns related to county leaders were allowed to work more hours than other interns. One employment attorney telling our Dylan Collier she's not surprised that high-level officials weren't following their own policies. It's our Defenders Update.
If you have a great nephew or niece, you would love to have them in your place of employment. But the problem becomes with what it looks like to other employees, how they might be fearful of treating that nephew or niece. And so that's why we have nepotism rules.
San Antonio labor attorney Melinda Gall delivered a straightforward assessment. 2019 Bexar County summer intern Derek Guevara should have not been assigned to the Fire Marshal and Office of Emergency Management, two departments his uncle, Chief of Staff Thomas Guevara, is the day-to-day point of contact for. Gall says Derek Guevara should have been placed outside his uncle's chain of command, but since he wasn't, there will always be questions about whether he received preferential treatment.
It creates a problem. That's why we have nepotism laws. People who work there are afraid to do anything to the relative because of the power of the person in charge.
The county's nepotism policy states no person may work in an office if his or her direct or indirect supervisor is a blood relative within 3 degrees or fewer. County timesheets show Derek Guevara enjoyed 40-hour work weeks for most of the summer, collecting 120 hours of pay on a single paycheck that August, an occurrence county officials attributed to him and others working off-cycle pay periods. And while Madison Dupuis, the niece of Bexar County Public Works Director Renee Green, logged 40-hour work week after 40-hour work week in the Public Information Office, another intern who worked for Green's department that same summer never topped 24 hours in a single week. In fact, a review of timesheets and pay stubs from 25 interns that summer, both in high school and college, show none of them besides Derek Guevara and Dupuis ever reached 40 hours in a single week, and all of them worked less total hours than the duo.
And I wanted to intern instead of going out and partying.
This summer 2019 intern asked that we conceal his identity. He was assigned to the county's purchasing department and said supervisors there gave clear instructions not to log full-time hours.
So I was clear-cut from day one when we first started.
A review of the intern's timesheets shows that sure enough, he never topped 20 hours in a single week, and finished the summer with take-home pay of less than half of what Derek Guevara and Dupuis made.
Disheartening for me because, I wish I would have known that.
Everyone should be following them to keep the structure in the organization. The kind of problem with policies is when you get to those high levels, they're the ones enforcing the policies. So if they're breaking the policies, of course, they're not going to enforce them against themselves.
For the Defenders, Dylan Collier, KSAT 12 News.
Now, county officials declined multiple requests to be interviewed for this story. A spokeswoman for the San Antonio Economic Development Foundation, which provided a majority of the interns that summer through its SA Works program, said she could not provide us a complete list of who interned because some were minors at the time. Records reviewed by the defenders account for 96% of all intern hours worked for the county that summer.